Hey, I'm Amanda Brinkman, and I'm the Chief Brand Officer at Deluxe and the host of the show you're about to watch. So Deluxe started doing this series because we love small businesses. It's not just that they create jobs, we believe they have the power to bring people together. And we wanted to use what we do at Deluxe to help them succeed. Our hope has always been that entrepreneurs can watch a show and learn something that helps them. But the episodes are only a half an hour long, and we can't always show you every step of the process. So if you want to learn a little more, come check us out at deluxe.com/revolution. Your town doesn't have to win the $500,000 makeover for the Deluxe team to work with your business. What we do on the show is what we do all the time for 5.5 million small businesses across the country. We just don't always bring cameras. So remember to shop local and enjoy the show. Okay, we're about to go meet Cody to surprise Cody. He runs Arganic Woodwork. It's a brand new business, like a month old. And he makes incredible, beautiful tables and cutting boards. And he has such a heart for the vets and foster community.
I love him already.
Congratulations!
Hey! Welcome to the revolution!
I would hug you, but I'm like really dirty.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Dude, let me take a look around. I love it.
Sorry,
so you run your business out of your garage?
Yes.
Some of the best businesses in the world start in a garage.
All right, so we're here. We're in the shop. Put me to work.
One of the best parts of woodworking, like if you follow people on Instagram, is like do the oil.
Okay.
You're gonna take your hand and just go over it.
Am I doing it right, or do I need to like
No,
circle, or does it not really
that's
matter?
fine. Usually it's just with the grain, but well, with maple you don't have to.
You know, I love working with wood. It's just such a warm product.
And there's a lot to it. Like, you know, wood, even though when it's cut, it still moves.
Oh yeah, and the way you store it, it will warp on you. You have to like, people don't realize that when you stack wood, you have to space it.
Right?
I feel like you guys are kind of nerding out over here. You're like wood nerds. Like I'm so glad that you two have found each other.
Yeah.
I mean, who did you talk to about all this deep stuff before? What a couple of nerds.
Small towns across the country are fighting for their survival with the odds stacked against them. But what happens if we join that fight? If we dedicate a little money, a lot of experience, and thousands of hours of work into one small town, focusing on the businesses at the heart of their Main Street. What started as an idea became a national movement with over 30,000 towns nominated for the $500,000 makeover and more than 1 million votes cast for the winner.
Hello, Cersei!
In its 4th season, the small business revolution is headed south to Searcy, Arkansas, and a new town in a new region will present a fresh set of challenges to tackle, both for the small businesses and for the community as a whole. So Amanda Brinkman and her team of marketing experts at Deluxe are going to work, and they're not alone. Renovation expert and co-host Ty Pennington will be working with the team to rehabilitate the town's buildings, while a whole cast of experts help rehabilitate its businesses. Every episode, we'll be working with a new small business to see if we can change the odds, if together we can start a revolution.
I've always worked with wood. I've done some general contracting work, just framing up walls and things of that nature. And then a lot of DIY stuff. Making furniture was kind of new to me, but I enjoyed doing it. And now I make tables, cutting boards, heirloom rattles.
His gift is woodwork. He's a perfectionist too.
He really puts his heart into the work. He did a table for us. We didn't give him any specifications, and when he brought it, he had really put a personal touch on it that touched us, that he knew enough about us and cared enough about us to make something really special.
I didn't know the rest of Kodys story until he brought the table to us.
Iraq was kind of dying down by the time I deployed, and Afghanistan was picking up. In the Army, I was climbing rank and no longer just boots on ground and a bullet catcher. I was to the point where I was like, yeah, I could see this being a career.
Are you feeling all right?
It hurts like so bad.
So is it the rain that's bothering you, or?
When there's like real pressure, it just like really messes with it. So I haven't drank in like 7 years, but it feels like I'm hungover. It's bad, yeah.
you remember, was it just one explosion that caused the traumatic brain injury, or?
I think it was like a number over the course that really, I think one probably set it off like more than the others. And then I started having seizures. And they were like, we need to get you checked out. The neurologist was like, you've had a significant amount of damage. In the Army, there's really no place for a guy who's having seizures. And so they're like, sorry, Sergeant Skinner, but we can't use you. Coming back, you struggle to find your new purpose. It was hard to be like happy, and it's hard to love people when you don't like yourself. I'm very proud of my service, and to be honest, it was my privilege to be able to do it. But I'm not just proud of everything that I was forced to do. If you concentrate so much on like, what can I do to not ever feel this way? And then you're constantly feeling that way, you're just feeling like you failed at fixing it. And then Megan came along. My wife, she exudes grace and strength, and she is the driving force behind me. She just made me a better man.
I really try to encourage Cody to do what he wants to do. I think he's so amazing. I mean, I'm just so proud of him, and I think he has so much to offer, and he's such a man of integrity. He didn't believe he was good enough, and I know he's good enough.
Now, I can forgive myself for those things that I feel like maybe I should have done differently, but it doesn't mean that I just forget them. The key is to find a way to live with it to where it doesn't really affect you. I have 2 daughters, both from previous marriages, and then our foster son now, who we've had since he was 10 weeks. And we actually just got the finalization date for the adoption. It gets easier to love people the more you do it. All in.
We've had 14 foster kids in our home.
We had a round table that sit like 4 people, which was fine for us at the time, but it was like, if we want to start taking in more kids, we needed a bigger table. Building that table, I was taking an organic material that you see every day, and instead of just burning it, you can make something beautiful out of something that was dead, giving it a purpose and giving it value again. And then after it was done, it was kind of like, I wonder if other families kind of have this same need. And so it's kind of where the woodworking business came into play.
It was 2 years that we've spent not being able to sit at the table as a family. He measured the size of our dining room, measured Dayton in his wheelchair. 8 weeks later, we had this custom table.
I can actually sit with my family. To miss that little part of life, but really it's the big part of life. And then having sat down, it's a blessing.
We're proud that we get to go to work for Cody. And it's not just because the furniture he builds has already had an impact in people's lives. From the first time we met him, Cody made it clear that his mission was bigger than just the product he was creating.
There's 23,000 kids that age out of the foster care system every year. Out of that 23,000, 20% go immediately homeless. And so as a business now, I can employ those kids just to invest something into them. These kids, man, they're just, the resilience, the perseverance, the pure grit. I mean, we're talking toddlers that are just fighters.
Cody may be out of the military, but that doesn't mean he's stopped serving. And it's not just foster children. His ultimate dream is to hire veterans into the shop, give the guys he served with a steady paycheck, and give the kids he wants to hire more role models to look up to. But none of this happens unless we can generate the business he needs to take Arganic from an idea in a garage to a sustainable business. So we're bringing in Willie Willette, a man who we know can create and sustain a custom furniture business because his shop has been around since 1996, creating custom pieces for large companies, private residences, and even the city of Minneapolis.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
This is Willie.
Hi, Willie. Cody. Nice to meet you.
This is the part where we normally do a tour, but I feel like we can kind of see it.
Yeah, there's nothing hidden. This is it.
So is it a dream in the near term to move out of the garage and into a more industrial space?
Yes, and I'm currently in the negotiations with the lady who has a much larger area to move the business into.
How big is that space?
It's about 4,500 square feet.
That's great.
Yeah, and I can actually have large stationary equipment instead of everything just being portable.
Okay, well, I feel like we've seen the space now. Should we sit down and talk about the business?
Yes. Let's,
do you have a conference room?
Here, right here. You want
it?
Yeah, we'll make
it.
this.
I'll take this slog.
Basically, this is my conference.
Perfect.
Oh, this is our table.
Yeah,
this beautiful. All right, so you just incorporated in January. How many pieces are you making right now? Are you focusing on just custom tables or also the cutting boards? Give them a sense for kind of the kinds of products you do right now.
Right now, I'm just doing whatever pays. I'm making things for people that they want, but also I'm making things that are not really that unique.
And do you want to get to a point where you kind of have some pieces that you produce in more mass quantity, like the cutting board?
Yes, but then also having things that I make that I think are very unique and are custom.
I like the idea of kind of that dual business model of the reliability, of the volume, but then allowing you the time and the resources to be able to spend on the custom pieces. And then from a marketing perspective, I think we could do a great job of helping you tell that story. Willie, talk a little bit about your business. Can you remember back to when you were kind of in Cody's shoes and you were just a few months in? And is there any advice you can give him on kind of how to think about kind of that gearing up stage?
Try to be able to sit down for lunch, because I couldn't do that for about the first 6 months. I paced the whole time. It's just, you know, you're taking risk, and it's hard to do. But never compromise in quality, never compromise in design, and you're underpriced.
That's been a big struggle for me. I get anxiety giving out huge numbers when I know it's fair.
Right. It took me at least 15 years to get past that.
So how did you get over that?
People telling me after the job, you know, you're really not charging enough. And if they say yes, it's a fair price.
But then it goes back to I'm horrible at pricing. Because with the custom pieces, it's hard to know what the time is.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what the overhead's gonna cost.
It's not hard, it's nearly impossible.
I mean, how can you not have to figure that out, though, in order to price it accordingly? Like, how do you know if you're making money on a custom table?
I basically use my cash card until it stops being accepted.
No, I don't think that's not an advice we want to give him.
I'm not taking that note down.
No, do not write that down, please. No.
So everything she's saying is correct, but we're not selling widgets. We're selling lots and lots of different things.
But I want him to have visibility going into the business as a new business owner. I don't want him to get to the end of the year and not have any idea how much money he's made or what a piece costs.
And there are some simple formulas, like materials times 4 for labor and things like that.
The other thing that he really has a heart for is employing vets and kids that are about to age out of the foster system. So can you tell him a little bit about that?
Yeah, as far as employing the kids aging out of the foster care system, I mean, there's things that I can teach them, like cutting boards.
Right. Once they do that, then they can do the next thing.
Oh, yeah. This is still a trade.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's very teachable.
It is a teachable one, yeah. I am very proud of what we build. I'm proud of what you build. But no, it's not the hardest thing in the world. What we do is a series of small steps.
And as far as the veteran side of that, nobody wants to hire someone who only had 12 years of military experience and no civilian experience at all. But as a business now, I can employ them.
When I interview people, I tell people there's 2 things I can't teach you: how to get along with people and how to work hard. Like real work hard, not what you think is hard work.
Yeah.
If anybody can do those 2, they're gonna be fine.
And those same building blocks of character that made them great in serving our nation will make them great in your place of business.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun with the startups. There's a freshness to it that's really exciting. We can help him on both sides so that once we bring in the demand and drive the demand through the great marketing, he is poised and ready to take advantage of it.
It's hard to talk about, especially when your business isn't doing well. But these are things that have to happen in order for you to complete a mission.
It's frightening, but you just wake up every day and go to work. People think there's a mystery to it. It's like, no, you just work really hard.
When we first picked Cody to feature on the show, we did have one reservation. Will he really be ready to make the leap and get organic out of his garage? Less than a week after we got back to Deluxe and started working on his marketing strategy, we got a message from Cody that answered that question once and for all.
Hey guys, just calling in, let you know I found a space. I signed the lease and I think it'll work. It's gonna need a little touch up here and there, but it's definitely much better than the garage.
great news is that he found a new space to lease. So getting equipment in the space, I think that's how we're gonna end up using our budget.
I mean, it's all about the tools.
You've made some recommendations around tools and equipment, and some of those manufacturers have come forward with discounts.
Very good.
So it's so great because we're gonna wanna maximize those dollars. All right, let's talk about marketing solutions. So, right, we like his logo.
Great logo.
We feel like there's a big opportunity, though, to build out a beautiful website. Not only make sure that he's findable online, because right now he doesn't even have a site, but it'll help us really tell that story.
I agree.
I'm just gonna say why I'm excited to be part of this project is I was raised by a single mom for most of my life, right? But I became a carpenter. Usually how you learn carpentry is having a close connection with a father figure. That's how you learn trades like that. But kids, there's a lot of kids that don't have that connection. And so to be able to pass that on to somebody, it's really beautiful.
Cody has already taken a huge leap in that he's moving from his garage to this new space. So the pressure is on us to help him find new projects and fill up that pipeline where he can give this enough of a chance to actually work.
The more we've learned about this business, the more we see that it's not a one-man show. Despite working full-time as a nurse, Megan has played a huge role in building Organic's social media presence. So we're flying both of them up to Minneapolis for a crash course in operations, finances, and marketing.
Super excited to see all these guys. Super excited for time in Minnesota. So here we go to the airport.
We're gonna show a couple mood boards here. So the first one I'm gonna show, we're calling the Craftsman board. It's got a much darker feel, very authentic. Option number 2, this keeps that authenticity, but it lightens the mood quite a bit.
I like both of them, I really do, but I really like the darker tones and the Craftsman feel.
It just feels very Cody to me.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit about our thinking about his website strategy overall?
If you had a site right now, what do you think people would be searching for?
Probably be custom farm tables.
Actually, if you just tweak the language a little bit to say farmhouse table, it could net a lot more people. Farmhouse tables have like twice as much volume.
You have such a heart for the mission of, serving foster children and vets, but then you also make furniture. So we're trying to figure out in the website how to balance the two. Do you have any thoughts for us or guidance?
I can't really answer your question because I've kind of dealt with the struggle of that this entire time. I want people to know what I make is great and it's gonna last. And I want people to know the mission behind it, but I don't want the kids that are coming out of the foster care system to work for me to feel like they're being employed by a guy who's just using them as a tool in order to sell more furniture. And I don't want the veterans that are working for me to think the same thing.
We've also really struggled with that on social media. It's hard to balance saying that we're doing it and not coming across as bragging, but just encouraging other people to do it as well.
Well, it could be just that, though. It could just be advocacy. I think we all have just such great respect that you're even tempted to not tell that part of your story. But I also feel like there's some responsibility in being an example to others.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
For their next step, Megan and Cody are heading across town to Willie Willette Works to pick up a few pointers on how to utilize his new space.
We do a lot of the finishing here,
Oh, look at that. That's pretty.
but we started to make cuffs out of hammered bronze, and we line them with leather. I didn't go out to make bronze cuffs, but we had the cutoffs so where the ovals are on the bronze table there. So these pieces, they don't take us nearly as long as a piece of furniture. We're using scrap, and people seem to really like them.
As a craftsman, you do take a lot of pride in your work, and things that people want change, and you get to grow with it. You don't get bored doing this, you just get creative.
This is our production space, obviously. This is the saw stop that we talked about, and then this is a wide belt sander. This truly is a very valuable tool.
I love it.
I'm serious. It's, 12:45, everyone's eating lunch, and it's like, hey, let's play foosball, and at 1 o'clock, everybody's ready to go, and it's fun. So I actually really...
That's a good, yeah.
I really like having this here.
So how many employees did you start off with?
When I started, it was just myself, and that was really hard. I added an employee at about year 2, and that made a big difference. So now a steady staff is somewhere between 5 and 6. And it's much more important to have the right person in your studio than the right experience.
Employing vets and kids aging out of the foster care system, I'm obviously not hiring based on experience, but knowing that I can hire based on character and it'll be okay, it was a shot in the arm.
It's awesome that Cody is already thinking about hiring. It's always been a huge part of Organic's mission, but we have to make sure that when he takes that leap, it makes business sense.
So what I'm thinking is that we start really from a bottoms-up view, rather than sort of looking at sales coming down to profitability. What would be a target income that you would like to make out of this business?
I'd be fine with just 50,000 a year.
So if each job is 1,000 to 1,500,
Yeah.
that's sort of 2 jobs a week. Is that in line with something that you think is achievable?
Yes and no.
And knowing your capacity, I think, is really, really important for you, because you will get to a ceiling that is going to be the trigger for you to bring someone into the business.
Yeah, how much can I do by myself before that next level starts?
Right. But there is always this chicken and the egg thing with bringing on employees. Like, can you go faster and do more and sell more if you have more employees, but can you afford to do it? And every business at any life stage always kind of struggles with that balance between the two. So how long do you think the window is between when you hire someone before they can actually be working on productive work?
Say 2 months. It would take 2 months for them to be fully on their own.
The objective of this business is not to just hire in skilled labour in order to produce items to make a profit, and that's very noble and that's great, but we've still got to think about that in the aspect of, if you bring a skilled person in, they're productive day one. But if you want to support this ideal that you have, you've now got a 2-month window where they're not going to earn revenue for you.
So we just want to give you some metrics to look at as you're making those decisions. Yeah. So we're not telling you whether or not you should hire another employee, but the data is telling you whether or not you should hire another employee. This is so fun, though, to build it from scratch. Isn't this fun?
It is fun. It's fun.
Create demand or increase capacity. Which do you do first, the chicken or the egg? The best answer is both at the same time.
One thing that I did notice on his social media, that is kind of his showroom. You know, he takes a lot of really beautiful pictures, and I think it would be great if we could get him in those pictures more.
I agree.
So while the team at Deluxe begins launching Organic's online presence back in Minneapolis, Ty and the construction crew are in Searcy getting Cody's place ready for that influx of orders.
Well, Cody, you're not in the garage anymore, and this is a lot of space.
Yes, the concrete needs to be fixed and little things like that, but it's perfect for me.
So what Deluxe can do is we can pour some concrete and give you a more level space, maybe put some walls in for some office space, because you're going to need that going forward, right? And then the one cosmetic thing you do need is you want people to know that this is a business, not just an empty warehouse anymore. So we can take your logo and put it on a sign out front, so when people are driving by, they're going to be able to know that this is where Organic is now.
Perfect.
And to jumpstart Cody's new business pipeline, we hired him to make furniture for 2 of the other businesses we're featuring in town.
First of all, nice setup. This is awesome.
Thank you.
So what projects are you working on right now?
Well, I got the shelves for Saber and Sip, tables for Wilma's, and then I got apple boxes for the production crew.
You're gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what this guy does. If you're really gonna be a serious woodworker and you're gonna turn that into a business, you need 2 things. You need space and you need tools. What I'm excited to see is that this guy who has a dream is gonna get the tools he needs to make that dream happen for not only himself, but a lot of other people.
While the marketing team scrambles to apply finishing touches and the construction crew wills the concrete to dry just a little bit faster, Willie and I are heading back to Searcy to help launch Arganic Woodwork as an official business.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
Hey! Come around the front.
All right, thanks.
Look how great the sign looks.
Working with a startup, you've got a clean slate. That's what makes it so fun. You get to develop every piece of the business from scratch. Of course, that's also what makes it so hard. You have to develop every piece of the business from scratch. But I can't wait to see it all come together.
Hey! Good to see you. Oh my gosh, this space is amazing. Look at all this space. So nice.
So much room for activity.
This is amazing.
So let me show you guys around.
Give us a grand tour.
This is the concrete that Deluxe helped me to pour, and that way we could wall up these rooms, the conference room and the office and stuff like that. Built an assembly table. I have enough room. I'm probably going to build another one because this one's already full of projects.
Wow.
Nice. Saw stop, table saw, pretty much all the big machinery in here, Deluxe helped me get.
You found a great space. You're ready to go. You have demand for your business, so this is the fastest way to get you bringing revenue in. So.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Well, the space looks incredible, but you know what's also pretty cool? Your new website. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
This is the thing he's been most excited about.
Yeah, because it'll make me feel like a real business, I guess.
All right, close your eyes.
Okay.
This is your new website.
Oh my goodness.
Smells so good.
So what we love about a website is it's going to be a place where you can tell your story and the mission behind your work. And that's why we led right away with the headline, you know, custom-made furniture with a purpose. Your vision around employing vets and kids aging out of the foster care system is a very beautiful reason to start a business. We've done it in a way that honors your humility and isn't using those things in a braggadocious way, but it's just truly telling the authentic story and heart that you have.
It looks so good.
For some reason, it's like a website kind of feels like a real deal. It's almost like having a storefront.
So right away, we want to help the user navigate through your site based on what they're there to see. So whether it's for your home, for your business, for commercial product, and then also custom goods. We're clear about what they can expect in each of these custom steps, allowing the user right away to choose their path.
So that's really valuable because it can be intimidating. It's like, well, I've never ordered custom furniture before. When they see the process, that's what will really help you separate from everybody else.
And then we want to make sure that we're allowing people an opportunity to reach out to talk with you about their custom project. So we're going to include this form in multiple places within the site to start out that conversation knowing a little bit about what they're looking for. We want to make it as easy as possible for people to make that purchase.
I love that. Right now, all I'm set up for is pretty much call or a message on social media, so this is amazing.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your social media strategy. So first of all, you're doing a great job.
In addition to the site, we want to arm Megan with some solid social media strategy for promoting the business. She's got a natural gift for storytelling, but there are a few bits of inside baseball expertise that will help her post carry that much further.
So because Facebook and Instagram are essentially the same company and they allow you to post in one environment and share to the other, but the handles don't translate over. So they just appear at, and then you see the handle rather than it actually tagging the person. We encourage you to post natively in both platforms.
I mean, it was invaluable, the knowledge that they gave us to feel empowered enough to be effective.
Nowadays, we all rely so heavily on technology when interacting with our customers. It's easy to forget that the analog route is still sometimes the best solution.
We worked with you on creating a custom form for helping you manage your project. And we find that the more customized it is to the business's needs, the more effective of a tool it can be.
That's so awesome.
Can I show you a few pieces of swag?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
A custom piece of furniture built by a business with this kind of story, that's something customers are going to be proud to talk about. Good swag gives them the opportunity to literally wear that pride around town, and that can only translate into more business.
He's at year 5 for all that stuff, maybe year 6. This is a big step forward.
No longer in a garage, just making stuff. I feel like a real company. It's great.
You're all the way in now.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
how does that feel?
For you guys to take a chance on me and just to help me is pretty remarkable. And it's just, I just needed that push. And so it's been awesome. Having someone just say, you're doing great things really helps. If I wouldn't have gotten that vote of confidence, I never would have moved out the garage.
I'm really proud. It just means a lot that everyone else sees the potential in him that I always tell him. And I'm hoping that, I'm gonna cry, that he believes it now too.
We do it because we believe in you so much. So there's one more thing that we wanted to give you, one more very special piece of equipment, but it's extremely heavy. So we had to engage a few folks, very special people, to bear the load.
Oh. Oh man, God, I'm glad you guys are here. Oh man. Out of all the tools and everything, that was like the best gift of probably my entire life. I don't get to see Kodys that often, and I hadn't seen Jay in years. There's just things that like we battle that are weird things that other people probably never have to battle. We have our entire lives to live, and we were talking about a friend of ours who ended his life because it was like he came back, felt like that was it, and that's not true. You know, there's way more. I want other veterans to see, like, there's a purpose and a drive that you once had, and you can find it in the civilian world.
Those of us who have led civilian lives can never really know what it's like to try and come back from war. But listening to Cody and other veterans like him, a couple of common themes emerge. The things that make it possible for someone who has served to truly come home. One is purpose. Cody hasn't just found that. He's put himself in a position to help others find it as well. The other, a support system. The people who will surround you when you fall. Looking around this table, I'd say Cody has set himself up to thrive. And Circe, will be better for it. Whether you're a startup or an established business, if Arganic Story has you inspired, visit deluxe.com/revolution to see how the team at Deluxe can help expand your customer base.
El Mercado is a specialty market that brings an authentic Mexican experience to Searcy.
Pues la espera de nosotros es que todos se sienten en casa cuando vienen. They're handmade.
I think we've got a sale happening right now.
But Jose and Katrina have gone all in on the business.
For the peace of mind for your family, we need to make sure that we can bring in more revenue.
Can Deluxe and the Small Business Revolution help this husband-wife team support their family? On the next episode of Small Business Revolution Main Street.